Hey Taurus, this reading is for anyone who identifies as or finds themselves very interested in a Taurus at this time. With the Knight of Cups, Knight of Water on the bottom of the deck to start us off. Happy birthday, Taurians. Happy birthday. This reading is going to be for your season, for Taurus season 2019. Trying to make up for the few April readings that I did not get to with Taurus season readings. So we'll just do one to see what comes out for your season, and then I will turn around and do May readings for you, of course, as well. And that's where I'll do your birthday reading, where I'll do a general for May, and then I'll do a love reading for May, just to say happy birthday from me to you, Taurians. Really from me to us. I'm a Taurus sun sign myself. And maybe that's why I ended up doing a handful of Taurus season readings this time around. Sometimes I get the full month out. Sometimes some of them turn into mid-months. Sometimes I do all the above. But yeah, I've just been really interested in this Taurus season. And I imagine that at this time in 2019, you don't need to be a Taurus to be terribly interested in Taurus season. What with all the extra energy having Uranus, with Uranus having just moved into Taurus, right? Which reminds me, I'd like to look at the placements for today, astrologically, see where everything's at. We've also got the Ace of Coin, the Ace of Earth here to start us off. That's a beautiful first card out to me, Taurus. We've got an opportunity, an earthly opportunity. That's the Ace of Coins can represent things like a new job opportunity or an opportunity for a raise, an opportunity to invest in something that may turn out to be lucrative, maybe an opportunity to move into a new home, something tangible, something earthly, something that has to do with how you live. So often where you live or how you pay for your living, right? Day in and day out, physically, how you secure your safety, your health, your resources. So we have a new opportunity in that realm of our life at this point, Taurus. Something fresh, something brand new, something that needs a lot of TLC in order to grow. It's just that, an opportunity, usually. It's an opportunity, but with it, with it being the Ace of Coins energy, and especially the energy I'm feeling from it right now, it's a lucky opportunity. It's an opportunity that's showing up because we do have the chance, the knowledge, the resources, the know-how, the planets in alignment, right? It's the right time for us to take advantage of this opportunity. It absolutely can work out in our favor successfully, end up being very fruitful for us if we put all the needed energy and effort, TLC, like I said, into that opportunity. Or if not, then we are encouraged by the divine and the cards to pursue said opportunities so readily as if it were one that could ultimately work out for us in our favor, because it's supposed to put us on our right path or keep us on our right path. Put us or keep us where we need to be to enjoy other opportunities that will turn out to be lucrative or fruitful for us in some way, right? You see what I'm saying, Taurian? So it's showing up like this first card out upright with the energy it's carrying here. It's either saying like, yes, this opportunity feels exciting and feels like something you should chase because it is for you and this can work out well, or if it doesn't, then it's saying you're supposed to chase this because it's keeping you where you're supposed to be or putting you where you're supposed to be. So let's see what else comes out for us for Taurus season 2019. That was neat. They don't always just flip themselves like that for me. The Hermit card. So I sense that I'm seeing that some of you, some of us Taurians are I always go to the phrase dealing with. I don't mean to say dealing with a Virgo, but are interacting closely with a Virgo energy at this time. And I could be talking about Virgo energy in your own chart that is very alive or sort of waking up, making itself known. But there's a prominent Virgo energy here on the table. For a lot of us, it is someone else that's involved in this opportunity with us. So someone we live with, someone we work with in our family, someone we're very close with. It could be a partner. But I'm saying, you know, it may be someone who is not only that you're interacting closely with and not only who's involved in this earthly opportunity, but it looks like they're shedding light on the opportunity. So it looks to me like this is a Virgo. Okay. Who's helping you. Knight of Cups again in your near future, which was on the bottom of the deck. So this is all trying to point out something about an offer or an expression from or to you related to your heart, your emotions, your heart space, Taurus. But we'll come back around to that. We'll see what all else comes out for us here. The Five of Cups in reverse is in the root of the situation. That's the Five of Water here in the root of the situation. Not sure if you can see these. So if the Virgo that we're talking about, Taurians, is a masculine counterpart for you, then things are looking good in the outcome of this situation. It looks like things could work out between you and this person. One or the other of you makes an offer of love, of emotion from your heart, and things work out well. If that's what's brought you to the reading, if you're in particular interested in a love connection, or when I said you may have a Virgo that you're working closely with or interacting closely with, if it's a masculine counterpart, if it's a masculine who you're hoping to partner in some way, so maybe a romantic partnership, but maybe, like we said earlier, a roommate or something, right? Or just a family member who you're wanting to mend a bond with, maybe. Things work out. One or both of you, it looks like one of you, makes an offer, an apology or a proposal of some type, right? And I don't necessarily mean, don't mean to make you jump to like a marriage proposal. For a few of you, that may be what we're looking at, but that's not what's jumping out at me. That's not what the cards are wanting to highlight. That's not what the reading is wanting to highlight to me. But it is maybe a proposal of a relationship, a date, or, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic again. But yeah, it looks like things work out well. And I think either way, regardless of whether you're interested in making this person a partner of some type, this Virgo, I think, if it's, whether it's a Virgo outside of yourself or if it's an internal part of you that's speaking up as Virgo, either way, take this Virgo's advice. It may be some practical part of yourself. That's mutable earth energy, but they're Mercury ruled Virgos, and so logical and practical, just like air signs can often be. And it depends on somebody's placements in general. But I'm sensing that it is their it's their need for perfection. It's not at all the way I meant to say that, but it is their tendency toward perfection, toward handling things with logic and practicality, and perfecting themselves and what they're working on. It is those types of tendencies that are advising you. Again, maybe they're within you in your own personality, or it's those types or it's that type of personality around you that's advising you regarding this earthly opportunity. It's an opportunity just to be wealthier in general. It's an opportunity to be wealthier. Either, like I said, it's either a new home or a new salary or a new job in general, something like that. It's this new earthly opportunity, and it works out well. Straight from the Ace of Coins to, in a matter of no more than a few weeks, I'd say the King of Coins. So like we said at the beginning, you have this opportunity. If you truly take advantage of it, if you truly give it the TLC that it needs, water this seed, so to speak, you end up mastering your material world in general, your finances and or your work and or your relationships, more so and than or. When you see the King of Coins, as we're talking about your material world being mastered. feeling comfortable with what you're bringing in and what you're putting out, feeling comfortable with where all your relationships are, which may be what this is about. Like I said, mending a home, mending a relationship of some kind, maybe. But there does have to be an offer. So in order for this opportunity to reach this level of mastery, there has to be an offering of energy, of time, of love, an expression from one's heart to the situation. So if it's a love interest, you know, or an apology needs to be made here. It may be somebody else coming to you, making a heartfelt expression of love and tenderness, right? Putting their emotion into action is what we really see here with the Knight of Water. And it may be messy, and it may be somebody spilling their guts to somebody else when I see this card. But it is a genuine offer of affection. It's often a little seductive. So you do have to be careful about this offer. Are these real feelings? Is it a rush of emotion? Is it promises that, you know, aren't going to be kept later? Or are they real feelings that have been thought out and have been given time to develop, right? So yeah, for some of you, that's the type of offer that's coming towards you that you'll need to evaluate. But for others of you, it's you're the one who needs to make this offer. For some of you, because you're working on a project, something that you're either working with your hands or you're doing something that can bring in money and security into your life. It might be something artistic, or for others, it's definitely starting your own business, something business related here. But whatever it is, whether it's a relationship, a project, work, all the above, someone is making this offer. So if it's a project that you're working on and it's not someone that you're waiting to maybe make an offer to you, then this is you needing to, in order to follow this path that we see laid out, needing to, like I said, truly offer your affection to this project or this person, then offer your time, your energy, your love, and make sure your own feelings have been assessed. Is it just a rush of emotion? Can you keep these promises you're making to this project? Maybe you're making these promises to yourself, to the way of life that you want to have, to who you want to be. But in this spread, laid out between the Ace of Coins and the King of Coins, having it show up upright on the bottom of the deck to begin with, and with the Hermit here in between, I mean, it feels just like genuine affection and love. It may be in the process of growing and maturing still, just like the project here, the opportunity itself is. But it feels very real and true and honest. And like a brave. It feels like a brave offering, really. Again, it's putting your emotions into action. And so it might be messy. But somebody knows what they want here. Somebody knows what they want. I really also get the feeling that somebody does know that they can commit this amount of energy and love and time to someone or something, because we're coming off of this. The root of the situation is the Five of Water in reverse. Someone trying not to leave behind more than they lost. So someone may be making an offer to someone whom they already had a bond or a partnership with, right? And things didn't go well. Sometime in the beginning of 2019, even more likely sometime in April 2019, things didn't go well. Took a turn for the worse, let's say. And someone here in the near future is making an offer to the same party yet again, trying to get that same bond, that same partnership back. But even if not, even if it's not an offer being made to the same party that was lost, it's an offer made after a time period of loss, after a time period of grief, in a time period of healing and mending, where, again, I would say one knows what it is that they want and they need at that time. Because when I see the Five of Cups, I don't see like mid-grief. I see post-grief. Wow. Okay. So our second major arcana card shows up in your recent past with the Tower. So it looks like in April you were just getting over something, Taurians. You were just starting to end that grieving process, just starting to look at things from a new perspective and ask yourself, how can I not leave behind more than I've actually lost here, right? You were just getting to that point, and then everything fell apart. Which is your breakthrough. The Tower is often just a representation of a breakthrough, of enlightenment that can follow everything falling apart. So actually, the most likely trajectory here is that sometime in April 2019, things started to fall away. A particular person, maybe multiple people, maybe with the Tower card, maybe everything all at once. It can be your home, your job, your relationships, multiple things all at once. Things started to fall away, to strip away. Things that weren't for you anymore, didn't belong to you. Maybe you had built them thinking they were for you, but it turned out that's not who you are anymore. Or maybe you were mistaken about who you ever were, right? I'm not saying you never knew yourself, Taurians. I'm just saying, we reach these points where we look around sometimes and say, none of this is actually for me. And at that point in time, is the question, have I changed? Or did I not know myself? Or is the question just, where do we move? How do we move forward from here? Can just be too much to think about with life being as busy as it is. But what I see is everything having been stripped away. And then when you were asking the question, okay, wait, how can I not lose more than I actually lost here, right? When you were getting over the grief, then the light broke through, right? Then nearing the beginning of your season, right around that Libra full moon, then the light sort of blinded you. The breakthrough made itself known with everything that wasn't for you stripped away, and you ready to ask that question, okay, what can I keep? You saw clearly, were enlightened to the fact that there were certain things or people in your life that were meant to be the only things left, were meant to come into focus for you after this grief, after this loss, because it's part of your truth that's left. The light that you see that's left, the breakthrough that's left, it's the pieces of your truth that are still standing when all the false things fall away. And that's really what the Tower card represents. That's really what happens when you see the Tower card in your life. I think that has just happened to you in April 2019. A lot of false things, maybe people, maybe just activities that weren't for you, maybe thought patterns that weren't for you. A lot of false things have fallen away. Like I said, they either never were for you or they're just not for you anymore. In either way, the light that breaks through is this opportunity. So you see the light finally. You see why. You finally saw the light as to why everything had to fall away, or why the things that did fall away had to go, right? You see why, because you see this opportunity. You see the truth that's left over, and that truth is just pointing you directly at, oh, I'm going to focus on this opportunity because, well, I have it. And it turns out that's really what I want and need to do. That's a big part of who I am. That's why it's left standing. That's why it's put into focus. It's been divinely orchestrated in just that way to where this opportunity can stand out to you. And and a lot of you're shedding light on the opportunity by looking within, by seeing what it means to you. It means more than ever, being that it's one of the few pieces of your truth that are left standing, right? But you also see it clearly now. You see how much it's worth. You see how much you want it to be a part of your life and who you are, how much it defines you. And yeah, okay, the Lover's card in reverse. So if you're dealing with a Gemini who seems wishy-washy, in and out, like they're distracting you from your purpose, your path, these awesome opportunities for wealth and health, you are advised to take a break from them at the very least. That's just very specific for those of you who are dealing with a Gemini. For those of you who are dealing with a Gemini, and I do mean what I said, if they seem wishy-washy, if they seem in and out, if they seem like they can't choose you, if they seem like they can't make a commitment to you, if they're not making you happy, again, if they are distracting you from your path, your wealth, your health, it's time to give it a little bit of a break. That's not me. That's what the cards are advising you. be honest. Be honest with yourself, with them. We do have a soulmate-like partnership on the board, on the table, if you, yeah. If you're looking at this through that lens, from that perspective, interesting in what it says about your romantic connection. Okay, so in the near future, if it's you, Taurians, if you are expressing openly and honestly from your heart space, showing affection toward, emotion toward someone or something, an art form, a business, right? Someone or something, if it's you, just make sure in this offer that you're honest. If you tell yourself and your business that you can dedicate X amount of hours a week or a month to it, make sure you're being honest. You really think you mean that. If you're telling someone else that you're really sorry for what happened and you'd like to get back together, make sure you mean what you're saying. If it's you receiving an offer in the near future, an expression of love and emotion from someone else's heart space, then Taurians, you need to see the truth. Don't just hear what they're saying, see what they're saying. Don't just see what they're saying, hear what they're saying, right? Again, cards, not me. It's this truth pointed directly at the Knight of Cups, and we were talking about how he can be someone who's a little messy and sometimes makes premature, expressions of love, basically. And not always in a manipulative, sadistic, evil type of way, right? Just sometimes just inadvertently, that's what happens when you're in this space, where you're still developing what you feel versus what you emote. Yeah, for a lot of you, what the opportunity is actually bringing a partnership together that's really a match. I said soulmate type energy, but maybe you say soul match, or I know the twin flame journey is supposed to be pretty unique, but it could be any divine connection. The point is, I like the term soul match personally, because they're a match. That's the point. And working with the tarot, I guess that's why I like that term. Like, they're a match. They fit together. Soulmate-like energy, at least, whether you know. And I think this person is good for your health. This counterpart, Taurians, it may be another earth sign. Particularly relevant for those of you who are dealing with or involved with in some way a Virgo. And I'm really sensing and feeling from this, Taurians, that it just, you're advised to shift your perspective. I want to say see the truth, but if you feel you are seeing the truth and the cards are still telling you to shift your perspective, then that's all it is. Entertain a slightly different perspective on your situation and your current relationships, potential relationships and suitors, right? Because I'm sensing that there may be two people involved here, Taurians. I feel like there's another earth sign or someone who matches that grounded, earthy, stable, financially well-off type of energy. Beautiful, comfortable, luxurious energy, right? It doesn't, whether you're interested in a masculine counterpart or a feminine counterpart, either way, because, we have the pair here. I feel like this is a good match for you. And you may even see and know and feel that. But for some of you, there's a more seductive offer on the table that may not be as stable, right? But it's just currently more appealing to some Taurians. For others of you, that genuine offer is coming from this match that wants to be made, be had. But I'm sensing, that for a lot of Taurians, that's what this opportunity is to pair up with someone who actually matches you and your energy and what you want in life really well. And yet you're just not as excited about it. For others of you, it's the same offer, okay? So for some of you, it's this opportunity is this offer, and that opportunity and offer is this partnership, and it's fucking gorgeous and beautiful, and I'm so happy for you. I mean, that's just amazing. You're going to take advantage of this opportunity. You're going to give it the TLC that it needs. If it's a project, it's leading you right toward a partnership or intense wealth, security, maintaining your empire, your money, etc., your inflow and outflow of resources in general. But if the opportunity is the relationship itself, still you're headed toward this expression of love and then this partnership. I think either way, the path is leading toward this partnership, or at least the opportunity for this partnership. Some of you, the opportunity is about work, business, a passion project, money. And then down the way, by following this path and watering this seed and expressing from your heart, you end up finding this partnership. While others, you're on top of the partnership opportunity now. That is your opportunity. Again, that could be the offer. And some Taurians, you're dealing with, you've got this opportunity and you're dealing with an extra suitor. It's not the match, but it's someone that you do feel more passionately about. And see, and yeah, a lot of us Taurians, we're not wanting to leave somebody behind. We're asking ourselves this question: how can we not leave behind more than we lost? Did we really lose? I want to say this person, but it could, because we've got the Lover's card here too. And yeah, I think we did lose this other opportunity. Maybe it was another person, another relationship. It looks like a bond was broken. Looks like, be advised that someone was either, I don't want to say unfaithful, but they may have since chosen another path with someone else, right? The detail, of course, this is a general reading. The details are going to be different for everybody, but you can see what I'm getting at here. Like, yes, it's broken. They may have even gone ahead and moved on. And you've seen that. In the recent past, you've seen the light. So you've either found out that they've moved on, or you've come to realize why they weren't right for you, or both, or you've come to see why that opportunity wasn't for you, those friends weren't for you, whatever you lost, you've come to see why you lost it. You understand that your wealth and health moving forward are dependent on you being on the path that you're on now. You can see that. You've got this great opportunity. It's something you love to do, or someone you love spending time with because they fit you really well. It's something that fits you really well. And you can see clear as day, this is why things fell apart. This is why I lost what or whom I lost. This is why I am where I am. I'm supposed to be doing this, and I'm supposed to be with, I think, likely for a lot of you this season or soon, this match, be with this match, right? But I'm sensing, I'm feeling, it's kind of like, well, then what's the reading about, right? And I'm just sensing and feeling that for a lot of Taurians, it's about the fact that there's this outside suitor, likely from the past, or who reminds you of someone from the past. It's just a more seductive offer. But I have to say, Taurians, it may not even be real. Again, for those of you who are receiving the offer from the person who's a match for you, and I can't believe we're almost 30 minutes in. For those of you who are receiving the offer from the same person who is a match for you, and that is your opportunity, brilliant, amazing. I kind of want to say you're done, like, for this reading. Like, that's amazing. Like, I can't say anything besides fucking beautiful, but I just really feel like for a lot of other Taurians, it's more, I'm surprised we don't see something that's like you're hung up on someone, but I guess with the Lover's card in reverse here as a piece of advice, it sort of is saying that. But like, I would expect to see the Hanged Man. Of course, the Four of Coins here, okay? You're trying to hang on. Yeah, you're trying to hang on to what you have. It's funny, isn't it? Because it's funny because being a Taurus, being this mature, feminine, earth energy is exactly what has you trying to hold on to what you had. And it's also exactly what makes you a perfect match for somebody else, somebody different. or something else, something different, right? This song is saying, guard your heart over and over again. And I can feel it going all through my body. It's so difficult to give messages like this, but guard your heart, guard your heart. It just keeps saying it. I have cold chills everywhere, and it just keeps saying it over and over. It's a free song. It's called Hide. It's an audio library free song. It says guard your heart. And I've got it like on a, like a mix. It just randomly came on. Is this offer even real? Is this just an offer you're hoping for in the near future? Even if it comes in, is it real? Is this person serious? Is this person sure? Is it secure? Is that way too many questions to ask somebody? Right? Like, is it honest affection? Is it what you need long term? If you've got a seductive, passionate suitor coming in the near future, especially if it's someone from your past that things have already fallen apart with multiple times, Taurus, you've got to ask yourself, is it real? Is it real? Or are you going to let this other perfect match go to try to make things work yet again with someone who doesn't know what they're offering you? It's not the case for everybody, but it's coming through really strongly. Guard your heart. Question this. See what they're saying and hear what they're saying and feel to the best of your ability what they're saying. Is it real? And that doesn't mean you have to go with this other partner, this other match, but this may not be a person yet. Like I said, this may just be the path that you're on now without this other opportunity, without this other lover from your past, right? The path you're on now is a match for you. The opportunities you're gaining, the wealth you're gaining, the knowledge you're gaining, where you're headed now, that's a great match for you. And if this actual other person isn't introduced yet, then it's certainly the path that's leading you right toward this exact type of energy that's a perfect match for you. And once you see that this other suitor's offer isn't real, and I'm not saying it isn't, but if there is a third party, and especially if it's someone from your past, and especially if it's someone who emotes a lot, like I said, messy, spilling their guts to you, crying and telling you everything all at once. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but especially if you've been through it multiple times with them where it just doesn't work. And like I said, it's hard to give this type of message because I'm also not telling you to give up on something that in your heart and your soul you know is for you. I'm not, but I am telling you what the cards are saying. And you know if it's resonated or not. And you know if you need a private reading or not. If if we can expand on this, I'd love to do a private personal reading with you. LunarticksTarot@gmail.com, or just scroll down to the description and the links below. You can check out all your information there. But yeah, what I was getting at is if it's not real, I think, and they may be, I'm really feeling a good energy from this card. They may think that their offer and their words are honest, but that's exactly how someone can fool us best, Taurus, is when they have fooled themselves. And so we're hearing them be honest because they even think they're telling themselves the truth. But then we buy into that truth along with them. The question isn't, do they think they mean what they're saying? The question is, are they mature enough to be making the offers they're making? And long term, are they going to be able to continue to choose you in the ways that they are expressing currently that they want to choose you? And I say currently, but this is your near future position. So I'd say by the end of Taurus season 2019, you can expect this heartfelt offer. And I hope that so many of you are in the camp of people that it's coming from the person who's a good match for you. It's coming from, something that you can invest in and trust in and count as stable and secure. But I think for a lot of you, the reason this message is coming through is that it's someone who's just, again, more passionate to you. You're more passionate about, maybe more attracted to, but certainly more seduced by, and it might be because they are someone from your past that you're missing. Or just, I don't know, just something about the connection, It might be another divine partnership. You know, some people say that they're on the outs with their twin flame, and so in the meantime they're spending time with a soulmate, or you know, there are different scenarios for everybody, right? We're all so unique, but it could be another divine partnership. Maybe that's why I feel this tug and pull so hard. But the question isn't, do they love you, or are they your twin flame, or are they a soul match, or do they think they mean what they're saying? Again, the question is, can they actually hold you down? Can they actually mean these things in the long run, if long term is what you're looking for and hoping for? There's so much energy suggesting that you stand on your own at this time, though, Taurians. Entertain a new perspective. Consider how standing on your own, alone at this time, would be beneficial for you and your business. Okay? Your money, your business. And follow the steps. Water the seed. Nurture the project and yourself, your own habits that support your work. And then master your material world. And thereby, at the very least, put yourself on a path toward a match that's meant for you. That's why I was seeing that, like, some of you are meeting this person now, and some of you are just putting yourself on a path to meeting that person, because some of you are ready and some of you aren't. I mean, some of us, Taurians, we need and want to do more work in the world on ourselves as just us, as just an individual. And that's honestly, it comes down to this. That's genuinely what we want. That's how we know that that's what we're supposed to be doing, because it feels good, because it sounds like fun, because it's what we want to do. If you're wanting a partner, a long-term partner, then that's what you should be doing. But sometimes that means acknowledging, hey, I'm not ready for that person yet. So let me put myself in the habits and on the path that lead me to it. But, you know, either way, you should be doing what it is that you feel like you want to do. It may just be that you think you're ready for this partnership, and in fact, what you need to do is you're ready to start getting ready, or becoming more ready for it, right? Anyway, I always mean to make these 15 minutes, and they're always 40, so we'll have to cut it off there. I told you about the personal readings. I keep mentioning this lately. Most of my clients like to write and talk to me before getting their reading. They want to tell me their astrological information, their specific questions, what area of interest they're wanting the reading to be mostly about, because all of the readings are priced according to the length of reading. So most clients do want to talk to me about details first. That's great. I love it. I love to work with you that way. But I also love it when sometimes people don't want to give me any information. They just want to click the link, order the reading, and see if whatever comes out proves to them that I'm a good reader for them, I guess. I love that too. Either way, whatever you want to do. Taurians, thank you so much for all of your support. To Lunarticks Tarot, thank you. I hope that you all make very wise choices for yourselves moving forward. I truly mean that. I truly always pray about that for all of the viewers, subscribers. And I say that every time because I want to make sure that you don't feel boxed in by anything here on the table. Don't feel like this determines anything or boxes you into anything. But it looks like a beautiful path, Taurians. It looks like the grief and the shock of what has to fall away is behind you. And your season and spring and summer, well, at least for me here, is about your new possibilities, your new opportunities. Remembering to skip ads, sorry about that. Your new possibilities, your new opportunities, looking within for the answers, growing into your healthiest, wealthiest, best self, and leading to some much sooner than others, a perfect partner for that best self, right? So it looks like a beautiful path to be boxed in on, but nonetheless, you are not boxed in. It is not determined. And I love you, Taurians. So make wise choices for yourselves moving forward. I'll leave it in your capable hands. I'm sure you can. Let me know if you'd like to expand on this or get a private reading, and I will post your May readings very, very soon. Happy birthday again.